Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? Any car enthusiasts out there, or just for the sake, maybe just Mustang owner lovers? You guys ever just wake up or have a dream where something terrible happens and you fear that it ever happening, and you wake up and you realize that it actually becomes a reality? Well, yesterday afternoon, my car got sideswiped, hit and run essentially. The damage isn't too bad. I can fix it. If you guys haven't already seen my community post, in my community post, I basically showed the picture of the damage. It's going to sound a lot worse than probably how I make it. But this is my car. This is the amount of work that I put into this car is quite a lot than what I'm ever going to get out of it, and I understand that. It's because, I really much enjoy this car, even though it's just a V6, and I put a lot of time and effort into this car only to have a fucking shit skid mark of humanity to go and fuck up my car and try to take off. Trust me, buddy, I'm gonna find you, because I'm gonna be going house to house today and seeing if there's any house cams to see if I can get your fucking car. Yeah, so what had happened was 3:30 in the afternoon in my neighborhood. I was sound asleep. Let's see, it was about, I was about taking a nap for about a few hours. Neighbor knocks on my door. He goes, hey man, somebody just hit your car and took off, and I tried to get their information, and I'll show you who I'm talking about here in a second. My neighbors.
And my neighbor who helped me was actually this gentleman right here across the street right here. If it wasn't for him, honestly, for not telling me this, I would probably be in the shitter.
Yeah, somebody sideswiped your car, man. I'm very sorry about it. I tried to do my best to stop her and get at least the first four numbers of her plate. Honestly, I greatly appreciate him for trying, even though he may not have a phone on him or anything like that. Anything that you can do to help, honestly, like I very much appreciate him for doing this for me. She hit my car. She tells my neighbor, who tried to stop her, tried to tell her, hey, it's fine, I got insurance, blah blah blah. And he's like, okay, well wait right there while I go to grab your information. And it's like as soon as he said that, and as he came back out, she already had taken off down the street down there. So that's probably where I'm going to be taking a lead to check houses to see if there's any cams and get any information there. So the damage, we can take a look at the damage if you'd like. I've already taken my plate off, so you guys can see what I'm talking about here.
So the plan was I was going to do a video on this car eventually in the future for my channel. I think it kind of fits the horror theme, considering I call this Mustang the Death Stang. Only reason being is the pony emblems that I have both on the fenders and the front of the car. This is an SN95 1998 Ford Mustang 3.8 liter. Nothing special, nothing big. It's it's just a commuter car. It's not fast, I understand that, but I've always been a cosmetic guy when it comes to cars. But the damage here, so this is what I'm looking at, this nasty boo-boo. So this bumper is pretty much can be repaired, but you know what, I'm not even going to try to repair plastic, and I'm just going to go to the junkyard and grab a new bumper. So what she had done is she reversed back. You can tell how she did it. She reversed back into it at an angle. Probably this is where the most impact happened, was right here, right at this spot currently. And then as she was pushing back, she kind of crippled, quiet down, Crow. She basically crumpled the fender backwards inward a little bit in that direction, so it kind of crinkled right about here, just just shy above the wheel well there. So that fender's gonna have to be replaced. I mean, you could probably work that out, but again, I don't want to take the time to do that. I would rather just pay the money up front, go to pick apart, grab another fender. It's funny because I've replaced this fender like 2 times already. This fender does not like to stay on the car. But I think she also bent the bumper core support more than it already was. When I initially got this car, he told me that the car had never been in an accident. Well, I know he was full of shit, because when I first initially ever took this bumper off, because it has been replaced too. This car's pretty much a goddamn Frankenstein car at this point. When I had replaced this bumper, I noticed that the bumper core support was actually bent downward a little bit, so that's why you see these huge gaps right up in here where these actually aren't hardly even there's hardly ever even a gap here, especially within the headlights too. She doesn't, I mean, this has been broken because I hit some road debris, so it broke the fixture on my headlight, but either which way she hit it, you can see like a big ass fucking scuff mark from her paint. But yeah, just, you know, just typical, just fucking shit scum of a human being, honestly. I mean, put it this way, it's like, I'm gonna think less of you, and I'm gonna think you're more of a piece of shit to have to actually hit and run my car than for you to just come up to my door, tell me, look man, I'm sorry I fucking hit your car. And you know, that's really all it takes for me. I'm usually a chill guy. Like I don't really, I get pissed, but I'm not gonna fucking take it out on you and say you're a piece of shit for hitting my car or whatnot. You know, accidents happen, I get it, you know, but you know, even if you wanted to give me $100 to fix it, like that would even be fucking great. So then it saves me the money out of my pocket to have to get the prep work to do this shit. You know, I have to sand this thing, I have to get I have to mask, I have to do all that kind of shit, paint, just everything, and it does take a lot of money. I'm probably looking at about $300 to $200 out of my pocket to fix this car, probably. And let's look at it this way. So she did a hit and run on my car. Now just think for a moment if this was actually a person and not an object such as my car. She would have done the same thing. Technically the police should actually, because I already filed a claim and I already put a police report in, the police should actually somewhat prioritize this, because in my opinion, she would have done the same thing. She would have hit somebody and she would have just took off, because it doesn't matter, it's the same thing. Either which way, it's a fucking felony. Let's see here. So what is the goal? What is the plan to get this thing fixed? Well, I'm gonna wait a week. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna wait a week, see if the police report comes back, if they find anything. I'm also obviously going to be going house to house and seeing if I can find the person responsible for this, and looking at, you know, house cams and things like that. So then my neighbors across the street that I just showed my camera to, I'm probably going to check their house, and then I'm going to go towards that direction out that way, because she skirted out that way and made a left. So I have some leads. Not all is hopeless. I think I can find her. I don't necessarily need her plates. I'll just tell the police what kind of car it is, and you know, I have the first 4 digits of her license plate, and I think that will probably be more than enough for them to get back. So we think the car is a anywhere from early 2000s. It's probably a Chrysler Sebring or a Dodge Avenger, a red or a maroon type color. The person driving it was a black woman who had a child in the back of her car. So that might be a lead in terms of where the police can, you know, look at it, race, ethnicity, the type of car, the first few digits of the license plate. That all goes into consideration. You know, they can look all that crap in the systems, and we could probably find something pretty quickly. So I'm hoping. So yeah, just really shitty too, because it's funny because I literally just bought new headlights to replace those ones, and I just got a sequential taillight kit for the rear taillights to basically make my lights go, you know, like on the newer Mustangs. But it looks like that is going to have to hold off for a bit now, so yeah. Anyways guys, that's my shit. It just fucking sucks, honestly. Like, I don't have the money for this shit, and it just seems like I don't mean to be a martyr, but I'm not having the best time of my life right now. So it's like, I don't need to have more shit piled on top of shit, you know. So yeah, I'll keep you all posted. I may even do a little mini project video on this, because I know a lot of car enthusiasts love it to see cars being fixed up and stuff on you know, videos, whether or not be engine swaps or what have you. So I will probably maybe do a speed run of me sanding the car, because what I'm essentially going to have to do is to get this thing prepped. Again, I'm gonna have to get a new bumper, new fender. They're probably gonna be miscolored. That is what it is. And
what I'm going to do is sand down the whole car like I did before when I first painted this car, and then take it to my uncle's because he actually has a air compressor and a spray gun, and then we're just going to spray the car. I want to actually thank my uncle. He was the one that actually helped me a lot with cars. Like, I wouldn't know how to work on my own fucking car if it wasn't for him, and on top of YouTube. There's a bunch of information you can get out there when it comes to YouTube, man. Like, you can look up how to do anything when it comes to YouTube. So even how to work on your specific car, for a matter of fact. So don't think it's impossible to work on your car. You can save yourself a lot of money if you do it yourself. I know it seems intimidating at first. You're afraid to break something, but that's life, man. I've broken quite a number of things on my car trying to fix one thing, but it's not the end of the world, and it's not necessarily expensive to fix for what you break trying to fix whatever it is you're fixing. So anyways, that's my 2 cents, guys. Hopefully this scum of the earth gets caught, and I can't wait for her insurance company to pay me back for the damages. I'm looking for you.